Hello, good evening from Coronado Springs Resort in Disney World. It's time for another Running in Disney World video. So back in January of 2020, after that half marathon, I was riding the hype of Disney running. And so I decided, along with my dad, to sign up for the 2021 Star Wars Rival Run Challenge. And so we signed up for this race, not understanding COVID and expecting it to be in person. And of course, it went virtual. The race that we signed up for, the challenge that we signed up for included a 6K on a Saturday, followed immediately by a half marathon on a Sunday. And when this race challenge turned virtual, I immediately knew I could not just do a half marathon by myself in my neighborhood, because why run if you can't do it somewhere fun? Am I right? So we decided that we would complete this Disney race challenge in Disney World, but we would just do it over the resorts. So a lot of the Disney resorts have their own New Balance running tracks. So we've decided that we're going to do a little resort hopping, a little racetrack hopping, and complete our mileage here in Disney World. So we have just arrived to Coronado Springs Resort. It's 8:00 p.m. We are about to do the first leg of our challenge, which is a 10K. So the way that Coronado Springs Resort is laid out, I'll put a picture of the map here. It's like all surrounding this like lake, and around the lake is a loop. And the loop is close to 1 mile. We're gonna adjust it a little bit and essentially do 6 laps around this little lake to get in our first leg of the 10K. And I've never ran here, but it looks so gorgeous outside. So let's go get this 10K. We're staying at Grand Destino Tower, and this is where our run will begin, right along this lake over here. Isn't it beautiful? It's also about 1 billion degrees. There's a beach. Ah! This is the prettiest resort ever. Trying to keep my mask on while I'm running while I pass people, but it's a sweaty business. Look at this cool restaurant on the lake. You can see Swan and Dolphin in the distance. The tower is behind these pretty trees. Definitely the prettiest place I've ever ran. The Disney half marathon, even though it went through parks, it was mostly the highway. So I'm enjoying this a lot more. 1 mile in. We are weirdly passing like a ton of people on the sidewalk at nighttime, but we passed live music, people partying, having a good time. This is such a cool resort. So now we just have like a little more than 5 more laps. So let's get lapping. This live music is really hyping me up. Just got to 5.5 miles per my Fitbit, and it has already been like 6.5 laps. And we're like, what the heck is happening? A lap is supposed to be 0.9 miles. We should be farther ahead than we are right now after 6.5 laps. Just found this new map, completely different. We've been doing 0.75 mile laps. What a disappointment. So let's just finish this out and be done with the first 10K on this freaking challenge. Hopefully tomorrow, as we're running, we see the correct mileage on the maps and we don't go on a very short loop expecting it to be a mile long. Lesson learned. We finished our 10K, almost 10K, 6.13 miles, doing laps. And let me tell you, it was a lot of laps. But it is pretty late now, and now we're waiting for a table at Three Bridges restaurant. Got our some waters, sitting down now. It was annoying that the map that we originally found was incorrect. And it was annoying that we didn't see a correct map until we were like almost done with the run. But the run was so pretty. I loved running by the water. There are really a ton of people here, so that was a little like challenging to weave in and out of people even though it's kind of late. It was really hot, so it was hard keeping a mask on. We definitely took them off when there was nobody around. But this was a really interesting place to run. I would like to do it if it was a little bit cooler and a little bit less crowded. But I'm very excited to eat some dinner at like 10 p.m. So, good first day of the challenge. Day 2 of our 19.3 running challenge. I'm in my new Star Wars Run Disney shirt because this is, after all, a fake Star Wars virtual race. We don't have a complete plan for the remaining 13 miles that we're gonna do today, but we're at least gonna start in Epcot going around Crescent Lake. So we'll see how many we get done there. We'll see where we end up after that. It's gonna be hot. I was really tired this morning, so it took me a long time to get ready, so it's already 8:10. So we'll just see where the day takes us, but I'm really excited to run around Crescent Lake because I really think it's pretty. Obviously, I'm a fan of running around water, so that'll be fun. It's gonna be really hot and really sunny, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I guess that's what you get when you choose voluntarily to run in Florida in May, so can't complain. But yeah, let's get this day started. We just took the bus to Hollywood Studios, and the game plan is to start from the pathway from Studios to the Epcot area resorts, go around Swan and Dolphin, go around Crescent Lake, and come back to Hollywood Studios on the path, and that should be around 3 miles. So we'll see how many loops we get, probably, hopefully 2, unless we get too hot, and then we'll stop and take a break. Skyliner. This is the Boardwalk pathway from Hollywood Studios. Gorgeous. Swan and Dolphin side of the path. Wow. Yacht Club. Beach Club. We did about a loop and a half at the Epcot area resorts, Crescent Lake, and it's so hot. So we got 4.7 miles, and now we're on the bus to Wilderness Lodge. So hopefully the trails over there will be a lot more shaded because this heat is kicking my booty. I'm completely super sweaty. So we are up to a total of 10.83. The goal is 19.3, so got quite a ways to go. The running trail at Wilderness Lodge is closed, so that was fun. So now we're waiting for a boat to Magic Kingdom to take a bus to Saratoga. So hopefully that running trail is open. Hopefully it's also shady. Currently waiting in the bright sunlight, so that's excellent. Change of plans, we're going to the Grand Floridian. Grand Floridian. Super cool walkway from the Magic Kingdom. Beautiful. We made it to the Polynesian from the Grand Floridian walkway, and it wasn't very long, about 1.2 miles. So we're going to do a loop around Polynesian, go back to Grand Floridian, go back to Magic Kingdom, catch a bus back to Coronado, because we want to have enough time to go swim before our reservation for dinner. So that's the plan. We'll see if it gets done. So hilariously, that is the last video clip that I took. It is, okay, so that was all kind of like pieced together. So let me just give you a full recap of what we did. Our goal was to complete 19.3 miles over the course of 2 days. And we did this by completing a 10K on one day, a Saturday, and a half marathon on a Sunday. But on that Sunday, we took the entire 12-hour day to complete that half marathon. It was so hot. It was horrible. We walked the great majority of it. We were walking. And the last 4 miles were after dinner at night back at Coronado. And I cried during them because my feet hurt so bad. I was so tired and I was so hot. Okay, so I don't want to make this sound like we are athletes here. I mean, my dad did great. I was not an athlete in that moment, so please do not think. I just wanted to create this video compilation to show how long distances can be pieced together using the resort running tracks. So I will like recap all of the maps here. We started at Coronado, home base Gran Destino, running around that like lake pond water feature thing. We did our first 10K all completely around here. It was beautiful, but took many, many laps. So I would maybe recommend not doing an entire 10K there, but I mean, hey, it is gorgeous, so whatever you feel. At the end of the day, I did enjoy that as a running area. So that was 10K. Then half marathon, we have Hollywood Studios connected to the Epcot Resort area loop around Crescent Lake. I think at one point I called it Epcot. It does not go into any parks. It connects from before security of Hollywood Studios to Swan and Dolphin, Yacht Club, Beach Club, Boardwalk. And you can do that as many times as you want. I believe we ended up doing almost 5 miles there. And we did like maybe like 1.5 laps. So that ended up being great as well. However, zero shade on that route. Zero. Not even like a leaf. Nothing. Additionally, I saw a rat on that route, okay? So like, okay. So excellent route. We definitely stopped inside of the resorts, which was very convenient to get water, to go to the bathroom, to save yourself from a heat stroke and take a moment of air conditioning. So that was that portion of the route. Then obviously we had a ginormous snafu for where we were going next because we didn't know about closures. We ended up going to the Magic Kingdom boat dock area. So the front of the Magic Kingdom before security starts. They have recently opened up a pathway between Magic Kingdom and Grand Floridian. It is a beautiful pathway. Again, along water. Love running next to water. No shade, no shade, no shade. I'm telling you, it was like 95 degrees this day, not a cloud in the sky. It was gorgeous, but we wanted to die. We absolutely walked that pathway, 100% walked on that pathway. Then Grand Floridian itself didn't have a running path. I don't believe. We essentially just like crossed through Grand Floridian and took the pathway to the Polynesian Resort. And the Polynesian Resort did kind of have a loop there because there's like a ton of buildings on that resort. It kind of had a loop through the buildings. So that's what we ended up doing. Gained some miles there. And then, like I said, we ended our night at Gran Destino Tower at Coronado Resort. And that is when I cried because I was so over it. So it can be done. You can do a long distance in Disney World. If you're going to do it in May on like the hottest weekend in existence, I recommend taking a full 12 hours to complete it. I couldn't have done it if we didn't spread it out so dramatically. But I'm so happy we did it there instead of in, my hometown, in our neighborhood, just looping along houses. Hopefully virtual races are coming to an end. I believe that Disney is hosting its first in-person race at the end of this year, which will be great. So hopefully we can say, sayonara to virtual races. But if they do come back, running at the Disney resorts is totally an option. It was so neat to get to see all of these luxury resorts. And to just like enjoy the beauty of Disney landscaping because those gardeners have freaking got it together. It was gorgeous. So that's what we did. Long story short, it was challenging, but it did come with prizes. So a big draw of Run Disney are the gorgeous medals that they give you. Oh, I just love them. I love medals. And they give you really cool medals for the Star Wars races. Also for the challenge, like we did a challenge, it was like 2 days of running, so you get an extra medal for that. So we got 3 medals, and I chose the package that came with 1 shirt. So let's dig into the swag. Okay, this is the box that you get with all of your gorgeous swag. It took a while for the box to arrive, probably like a month or more even. So it was disappointing that we couldn't like wear our medals around Disney while we were there, but we got it. We got the goods. And let's take a look. It's a pretty big box. Here's my hand for comparison. But we open it up. Oops, we open it up. And this is what we see. Okay, so very first thing is a letter from the vice president of Run Disney. So that's like really awesome. A foam rolling tutorial, which I absolutely need because I don't know how the heck to foam roll. I just kind of wing it. And these are the goods. Oh. OtterBox. Here's a code. Okay. This is what we're really interested in, people. Okay, half marathon, 10K, and challenge. Yeah, the challenge medal and the t-shirt. So let's take a closer look at these beauties. Okay, here is the first medal, the 10K. Princess Leia and a stormtrooper, and I love the galaxy sky that's on the back. I told my dad that it kind of reminds me of the fact that we did this completely like at 9 p.m. So it was like a nighttime run. That kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, it's got the date or the year, and it is completely made of metal. It's an actual metal medal. So that's pretty cool. And then the option to get it engraved. Yeah, so it's really nice. It's really big. This is the size of my hand. It's like the full size of my hand. And then the strap. Okay, next up is the half marathon medal. Let me tell you, this medal is heavy. It is a hefty medal. But there is a lot of detail on this. We've got the distance numbers, we've got the distance here, we've got the year, we've got the name of the race. Obviously we have Darth Vader, and this is a spinning medal, a little light side, dark side action for you. So do or do not. There is no try with Yoda. And what does this one say? You don't know the power of the dark side on the Darth Vader side. And so again, there is a place to have this medal engraved. You can also take a look at the little spinner element. This medal is huge, it is heavy, and it is so detailed and, you know, fun to spin. And then the strap has, you know, the name of the race and all that good stuff. All right, and the final medal is that challenge medal. So because we signed up for the challenge, not only did we get the medals for the individual mileages, but we also get a medal with the total mileage, and that was 19.3 miles. It has a double spinner element, and this is the 2021 logo on this medal. And the 2 races that we completed together are called the Rival Run Challenge. So that's what it says there. So again, it's light side, dark side. So this is the light side ship. I think it's called an X-Wing. Don't quote me on that. This is the dark side ship. And I don't know what it's called. Okay, I'm on the light side, people. Okay, I don't know anything about the dark side. Okay, so anyways, this is our medal. This is the first race distance that we ran, second race distance that we ran, completing the Rival Run Challenge. And this one doesn't have a place to be engraved because, again, it is a medal just signifying that you completed 2 races. Again, very heavy and very large medal. And here is the strap on this one, the Star Wars Rival Run Challenges. And the final swag item is this Run Disney tech shirt, V-neck, short sleeve, with the name of the challenge. I got the challenge shirt and not the race specific shirts, just because I think it's cool that I did the challenge. And so we've got the name of the challenge, the year,
Pretty sure those are X-Wings. Oh yeah, yes, they totally are. I know so much about Star Wars. And then all of the sponsors on the back. So yeah, that is our awesome swag.
So we did it. We did the Rival Run Challenge. We did a 10K. We did a half marathon. It only took us like a million hours, but we did it, and it was hot, and we feel accomplished, and we got 3 medals out of it. So hopefully someday, again, I will be down running around the Disney resorts, even if it's just like a fun run on my vacation. But thanks for watching my video, and yeah, see you real soon, Run Disney, ? I don't know, to be continued.